Welcome back to another behind the scenes video. I'm not sure which one I'm on. It's probably 11 or 12, episode 11 or 12. I don't know when season one's gonna come to an end. Maybe it should have came to an end when I changed offices. I don't know. But it's Saturday. We are just waiting to hear back from the seller for the new Lenox townhouse that I had mentioned in the previous episode. That will be going live this morning. And then we'll see. I need to definitely get some work done today because tomorrow we're putting a couple final touches on the office remodel, and then I believe I'm going to have a showing. Oh, and we're also, from the last episode you would see, I wrote an offer last night and the buyer wanted to, I believe, just check it over in the morning, so then we should be signing and presenting that today, and then that's what that showing is for tomorrow. So we're definitely gonna get some office work done today because we need to, one, do some marketing for the new listing, but also just get some things prepped for the next week. So I will need to be returning things at Home Depot. For example, these screws were like 10 bucks and I wasn't sure if I had them at home, but I did have what I needed. Were these probably the best to use? No, but these worked. And to be honest, they're pretty much the same. So I'm gonna return those. Also, was this tape the best? No, but did it do the job? Yes. I believe the dryer is good now. For whatever reason, the gas line was somehow shut off. So I don't know if while we were vacuuming or, I don't know, wiping things down back there, but we believe everything is good now. So I will report back if it's not, but I believe for now the dryer is fixed. Let's get into the day. What am I doing? I'm eating a protein sludge bowl with frozen blueberries. That would be transferring 45 gigs of what I believe is old IG vlogs. I need to clear some space on my PC, so that's what we're doing right now. And then we are going to finalize that listing. Bear's napping, girls are with Sam. Out of the house, and we're going to finalize this listing as soon as this transfers. Okay, I'll keep you posted. I'm not sure why this was giving me an issue with the address for whatever reason. It was telling me it was showing as what I had in there. But anyway, we are now live with the new Lenox townhouse. I don't know if you could see this, but you're successfully added. So now we need to set up the showing information and then post our sweet reel. And then hopefully, while Beary's still napping, get a little bit more done for the following week. I don't know if I told you this before, but we did get the offer that we typed up last night. We did get that submitted, waiting to hear back. We are gonna do a second showing tomorrow with the buyer and his dad, but that should be cool. Hopefully we hear back before then and we get it together, because we did come in a bit under list price with a few things, and the buyer does have a home to sell, so another buy-sell situation gonna happen. However, what I really wanted to show you is these amazing pajamas from my friends that I've met through Cars and Coffee, and actually I met the husband through another old friend of mine from Lamont, but it's called Gearhead Kids. They make clothes and pajamas for kids that are car-based. This is their JDM Legends shirt, or pajamas I should say. Got these for Bear. I am so excited for them. Good morning and happy Sunday. We had a bit of a change of plans today. We were going to do a little bit of the final trim work at the HQ office. Part of it was on my end, I forgot to get a few things, and it just didn't make sense to do some of it and not just kind of do all of it. So we're gonna reschedule that. Then we had a showing today, which we were able to move up a little bit, but now the buyer's running a little late, which is okay, because at the end of the day, it's still earlier than what I initially planned for because we were working in HQ. So this is the second showing for the property, and then hopefully, as long as this goes well, we can kind of negotiate the offer we submitted on it. I'm assuming the seller is waiting for us to do the showing. Otherwise, I don't know what the delay is for. And then we're gonna brave Costco on a Sunday and then go back home, probably hang out for a little bit. I do need to do some work / prep for the week, and then I need to get some steps in, and that's probably gonna be Sunday. Maybe Sam and I watch a movie. I don't know where that's gonna take us, but we're gonna get some relaxing and also a productive Sunday. I hope you have the same. All right, we are back from our showing, back from Costco. Took a little bit longer. We ended up seeing someone that we know from F3 and also talked to an old friend that I bumped into about some real estate stuff, so that was nice. Now we need to send 2 emails for the new Lennox townhouse and then also eat. I made a protein sludge bowl. I didn't get a chance to eat before I left for the showings, so I am pretty hungry. And then we're gonna hang out for a little bit, and then I will need to do some work tonight, and then also I think I'm gonna do some incline cardio to get some steps in this evening. That's where we're at. Have a great Sunday. Good morning. It is Monday, and we're not feeling the best, but I'm also not saying that I am the SICK word. So where are we at for the day? It looks like we may have just gotten the paperwork for the offer we wrote Saturday on that second showing property. That's going to be another buy sell, and we are a little bit behind the gun, so we're going to have to really scramble to get his sale on the market and sold to make sure the buy stays intact, but we will get it done. So I need to double check that and then reach out to him, but that is good news. We had after we dropped the girls off, we had Bear half day. Him and I ran to Schillings to get one more piece of trim for the office. Needed to do something a little different for around the cabinets. I really need to do this office series, or this HQ update series. Sorry, JV, if you're watching this. So we ran to Schillings, we had them cut it, and Bear went with me, dropped him off, came back home. Now we've been in the office working, and then Sam has an appointment tonight, so then we'll pick up the kids, or I'll pick up the kids, and then dinner and probably beds. And then I have a showing at 7:30, so that's gonna be fun. That's today. Also, for the new Lennox listing, we have had quite the activity on that. We have, I believe, we have a few offers at the moment, and the seller has just called for highest and best due tomorrow, which will be Tuesday. So tomorrow we should have that, I guess, wrapped up enough to move forward with an offer. Shooting for a end of March closing, which is gonna be great. March is going to be a very solid closing month for the Real Estate Shark. All right, that's where we're at for now. I will catch you later. Good morning, it's Tuesday. We're not doing too good. So I started not feeling the best yesterday, and unfortunately did not sleep well. I came downstairs about 1 o'clock, could not sleep. Didn't want to disturb Sam. She has a long day in the city today. So today is Dad's day. Girls are dropped off. We normally go to my mom's. We're skipping that. Don't want to get her sick. I'm not like full-blown sick, but I definitely do not feel great. We have a jam-packed rest of the week, so we're gonna try to take it easy today. With Barry now, probably put him for a nap, but then we got to pick up the girls. We have chiropractor, and then they normally have gymnastics today. We'll see if we're gonna make it. I don't want them to skip just because of me, but it's gonna be solo dad day and then solo put them to bed. We're gonna get through it. It's gonna be fine. We also have a deadline of noon today for our new Lennox townhouse, so hopefully that should be under contract later today. And then we have some prep to do. We have a photo shoot tomorrow, office meeting tomorrow, and then we have also an appointment for a future listing tomorrow night, and then we have a photo shoot on Friday. So we have to get some ideas cooking for a nice social media reel, like how I did for the townhouse, because 1, I enjoyed it, and 2, the response has been great. So, all right, we're gonna try to take it easy, move the needle forward a little bit today, but also get some rest. So I'll talk to you soon. So I was on a work call, and little Barry was apparently unattended and bored, and we never had this issue with the girls, but he decided that the girls' marker, which was left out, didn't make sense to write on the paper. The wall was the option. That was what made the most sense. So as I'm getting off the call, I look over and I see Pablo Picasso over there, or Beary Picasso as he likes to call himself, drawn on the wall, leaving me a nice little, I might frame it. Screw it. We're gonna try Magic Eraser. It's worked in the past, except this is marker. Or I'm going to have to
repaint that section. And if that's the case, someone better come get your boy, because him and I are gonna have to talk. And the art section's probably gone. This is fun. Today's the day. Today is the day for all this. You know what I mean? Kids. I guess that's on me for taking a work call, right? For trying to, why'd I do a work call? You know what I mean? Why? Okay, let's try to clean this. Actually, first, let me show you what Beary Picasso did. Oh yeah, this is one of my favorite parts right here. Yeah. All right, Beary. Looks like you're in luck. Here is a real estate homeowner parent tip: buy better quality paint, because then you can do this. And just like that, the magic eraser worked. As I was saying, pro tip here, buy better quality paint, because then you can just wash it off. Your boy's saved, but he's still in trouble. We're taking the markers away. Good morning. It's now Wednesday. It's Wednesday. We have a full day. First thing, we gotta get batteries into this. This thing goes through batteries quicker than anything. I found my Game Boy the other day. That thing hasn't been touched in years. It's still fired up. So anyway, let's get batteries in this. This is what I use to measure properties, because we have a photo shoot later today and we need to take some measurements of that property. And we're back in business. We are in the office. Got some food. I'm getting better at prepping some food. So we have food for later. Have some ground beef with some avocado pack. And I also brought some protein powder for a shake, because we are gonna be gone from about 8:30 to about 8 o'clock tonight. What do we have going on? So we're in the office now to do a little bit of prep work. We have a photo shoot at 10, back at the office for a meeting at 12:30, meet somebody for a coffee after that, come back to the office for a little bit, and then we have a listing walkthrough for a upcoming listing to just kind of check in with the sellers, see what they need to do or want to do at 6 in Bolingbrook. And then we are going home. So let's get to it. All right, photo shoot is done and I got most of my notes. We are gonna come back a little bit later today to record the supplemental social media video. So right now we are headed back to the office, going to get some work done, and then we have a meeting at the office at 12:30. So that is the plan. All right, see you later. Good morning and happy Thursday. I'm a little tired. Last night we got home around 8:30 or so from our last appointment, which went really well. It was good to see them and walk their property and get a better idea of timing and strategy and things like that. So last night's kind of pre-listing appointment went well, but we didn't get home till about 8:30. After the meeting, I was talking with the husband, which was a really great time. And now we are up in the 4 o'clock hour because we are meeting our good friend Michael for a coffee, and then doing the men's meeting that I told you about before, where somebody speaks and we kind of hear, sometimes it's business, faith, family, personal stuff. It kind of varies on the speaker, so I'm excited about that. It's the last one, which I thought they took a break for a little bit. They ended up taking a break until end of the year, so this is the last one. And then Michael and I might do some sort of meetings together moving forward, because it is really beneficial. But anyway, we're gonna have a quick snack, top off our coffee, and then we are rolling out. I'm a little tired, but that's okay. Sometimes in life you gotta be tired. We're gonna do it anyway. See you soon.
It's been a morning, so we had our men's meeting, which went great. I feel like I got a little bit more insight into my mind and life, so that was nice, and it was great to see Michael and now my new friend Ray. Got the kids dropped off, now we're back in HQ. I needed to get something uploaded, so just did that, and now we're I need to eat some breakfast, and this is the side of real estate not many people, I feel like, talk about. I don't know all the details, but one of the deals that we got over the weekend was, I think I was saying it was another buy sell. That looks like that's gonna be falling apart. So I will keep you posted. Unfortunately, I don't know all the details, and I probably can't go into all the details, but it's not looking good. So I'll keep you posted. All right, see ya. I was feeling a little bit stuck working at the office today, so I needed to go on a little side quest. I was gonna go later this evening, and I'm actually glad that I went around lunchtime when I did go. I needed to pick up some paint for the HQ remodel here. There is some trim that I need to put down on the lower cabinets. I know you're not sure what I'm talking about because I've not released the HQ series, but I needed to color match because I can't just get paint from where I got the cabinets from. And I'll give you a little sneak peek. That might look black, but it's not. They did a pretty good job on it. So I am glad that I went during lunch because I needed some fresh air. I needed to get some diesel. And I was like, you know what, I'm gonna go now. And I'm glad I did because it definitely took some time to get the color match and the sheen of it. Now it's time to eat and get back to work. This might look a little bit crazy, but to be honest, I love it. This is not quite what I normally do, but my latest obsession is tuna, this healthy mayo with avocado oil, some seasonings, which I forgot, so I gotta go do that right now. Normally I put like garlic, maybe some onion, paprika, and then salt, a little bit of coconut amino, and some also Primal Kitchen ketchup. The piece that I'm missing today that I think does elevate it is cut up pickles. And then sometimes I like to get crazy if I need some protein, and I will throw in some ground beef, which I did in this. So I'm missing the pickles. Otherwise, to me, this is like a 10 out of 10. I could eat this almost every day. I love it. Happy Friday. Where are we at for the day? So we have some updates. Things are going so far on track for the new Lennox townhouse. That's good. We had a photo shoot today for a upcoming listing in Manhattan. That's gonna be 2 weeks out from the day I'm filming this, at least. I'm really excited about that video. Lamont listing should be going live next week, Wednesday. And the buyer that we got under contract that I had mentioned to you, that was gonna be a buy sell, unfortunately did not pan out. We had to officially terminate that today. So that is now not in the works. Don't know what's gonna happen with that in general. I don't know. Things are probably gonna be back on pause. The deal did fall apart today. One, I don't really know everything, and two, I can't share that, I guess. Even if I did, it's unfortunate for everyone. I feel bad for him, feel bad for the sellers. So that's where we're at. But now we are headed to the office to get a little bit of work done and then pick up the girls from school. And then tonight we have a tux fitting for my brother-in-law Eric for their wedding. So, and then I'm thinking I need to get the primer at least on the trim for the office. So, and also prep for an open house. We are really behind. Okay. I'll talk to you later. This day has just been flying by. So we stopped at the office, needed to pick up some open house signs because I don't have any new ones yet that are for realty executives. So we did that, picked up the girls from school, which was a little bit of a nightmare because we had the diesel. Now we're getting a tiny little bit of work done in the HQ office, and then I'm going to meet my brother-in-law and father-in-law for the tux fitting and whoever else is showing, but we're gonna drive together. So I'm almost ready to leave for that. And then this evening, I really want to get a lift in, just for me. And there's probably going to either be some work needing to be done, or like for the real estate business, or possibly for the trim in the office. I don't think that's gonna be worked on this weekend just because I've not been able to get it painted and do some of the prep needed for that. We also need to get the window quote ordered. That might be a tomorrow project if they are open. So, all right, that's where we're at. I'll report back this evening. Still a little bummed about our buyer deal. Like I said, I feel bad for everybody involved, but we'll get it back. That's unfortunately part of real estate, people. Here and we're behind the scenes. So I'll talk to you soon. Good morning and happy Saturday. We are in New Lenox doing an open house for some wonderful agents in my office. Jason and Christine have this property on Green Glen listed. We're doing an open house from 11 to 1. This morning was a little bit slower start. We got home a little bit late last night from the tux fitting. We stopped for some food and a drink afterward, so we got home a little bit later. This morning we did sell our old desks, so that was nice. They were a nice couple, and we have some demo getting started on the master bath project. Since the HQ office is coming to a somewhat of a wrap up, we got to jump back onto the master bath for management here. So we have demo going on. I will let you guys know who the contractor is. This way you guys, if you need any work, can reach out to them. That's where we're at. And then it sounds like we're gonna be doing a last minute showing this afternoon as well. So we're gonna have a pretty decent mix of working and hopefully a little bit of spending time with the family, because I feel like lately I haven't seen them as much. So, and then definitely tomorrow, we need to get some prep for the week. I have some fun projects that we're working on. So that's where we're at. I'll see you soon. One of my least favorite things to do is laundry, but we need to do it. We're pretty low. It's also Monday. We skipped filming all of Sunday. You wanna know why? Because I started feeling not the best on Saturday, and Sunday, I woke up with what turned out to be a 24-hour stomach bug. I was pretty much out of commission. I got nothing done. Barely had the energy to stand. I was very little help to Sam and the kids. We made it through. Luckily, I started feeling better later in the evening, basically when everybody went to bed. So we lost a lot of time on Sunday. Got pretty much no prep work done for this week, which is fine. We will manage. That's where we're at. We had half-day Dad's Day, so the kids are dropped off. Obviously, we just got the laundry going. And something I was not expecting to do today is it looks like we have some sort of like copper nail in the back tire of the van. So I don't really want to push that. So I think we are going to eat really quick, get a couple things for work, and probably grab the laptop and go to Discount Tire to see if we can quickly get that plugged. So that was not expected because we do have to pick up the girls a little bit early today. They have a doctor's appointment, so that throws us off a little bit, but I just don't want to let the tire go, honestly, much further. I was hoping it was just because it was cold the other day, but I found it. We have a little nail in there. So also, please tell me, how did this come out? It is literally always something. Luckily, this is easy. I have to get something longer. It is Tuesday evening. I think we did not fully update yesterday, so we went on a side quest to get a nail in the tire fixed, and I already knew the tires were getting older, or we made the originals last pretty long, so we ended up, since it was going to be about the same amount of time anyway, just doing new tires, which are great so far. I did notice that one was a little off today, so I went to go check, and as soon as I took the valve stem off, it started leaking air, so I knew something was wrong. So got the girls dropped off at school. Bear and I stopped at my mom's, and then we went back to Discount, and it was just the insert inside the, the core of the valve stem wasn't fully tight, so he replaced it to be safe and then tightened it, checked all the air, we're good to go. So the van is in great shape. Today was Dad's Day, so after all that, we got some work done while Bear napped, and then picked up the girls from school. They had gymnastics. I always get these mixed up. They had gymnastics. I tried to get some work done. We have a Lamont listing going live tomorrow, but of course, my computer would not hotspot to my phone, or vice versa, so we pretty much got nothing done. We're in the office, we're in HQ right now, finalizing that listing. So hopefully, gonna make a last bit of progress on it, send it to the owners to review, and then we should be ready tomorrow. Tomorrow is a wild day. Our Mount Prospect listing is closing, and then after that, their buy is closing, and that will be a chapter closed. Good morning and happy Wednesday. We have a jam-packed day, but our Lamont listing is live. We are waiting in Homer Glen to do our final walkthrough for today's closing. So we did go to Midlothian earlier today after dropping Bear off and did a final walkthrough for tomorrow's closing. I don't think the buyer was able to do it before closing tomorrow, and this evening would have been my next ideal, but I believe with her work schedule, we needed to do it this morning. I don't personally like to go too much further than like 24 hours before closing, just to make sure, nothing happens, but the unit is vacant, so that helped. So now we're getting ready for this final walkthrough. We are back in the car. Also, you could see I stopped for ashes, so that worked out. I don't remember now what I said as the last update, but we had to trek all the way out to Mount Prospect to get the lockbox and our sign. So we did that and then headed back to Lamont so that I can put a lockbox on our new Lamont listing. Showing start tomorrow, but I just wanted that to be done and not procrastinate. I was able to meet my sister and her family at church for ashes. I stopped at the office after to print some paperwork. I have a seller who DocuSign doesn't always work out, so we go old school sometimes. So I print out the contract, and now I just met with him and his wife to get one of the lots for under contract. So that is signed. I need to scan it and then get that over to the agent, so we should be under contract officially as of tonight. And now we just have one of the lots remaining. That's where we're at. So we have the bathroom remodel back going on, so I think there is some demo currently going on about that. I don't know if I'm going to give you guys a sneak peek just yet. I'm obviously really behind on the HQ series, so I don't even know if I want to introduce a bathroom series right now, but that is also going on. Also, I did not eat today. This is a long update. I did not totally plan meal prep, so I had breakfast, which was eggs, phenomenal, and that's it. And I've just been running on adrenaline, and I know the second I get home I am going to be starving, so I'm going to try my best to not eat junk. There you go. That's some that is some behind the scenes right there. But it's been a great day. I think I mentioned the 2 closings, so yeah, I'll probably be working tonight or really early tomorrow. I'm not sure. All right. That's the demo. Good morning and happy Thursday. We are just about to walk into a closing. We dropped off Beary and the girls today. Now we have a closing, and then I think I'm gonna stop at the actual office for a little bit to work and then head back to HQ. Sam's got a dinner tonight, so we will be on kids duty. That's where we're at for right now. So we're gonna go to this closing and then see where the day takes us. I do need to also stop at Home Depot for some contractor bags, so we got to figure out when we could do that. Let's get to it. We are back from the office. We had a conference call and then needed to get a little bit of work done, some DocuSigns, and then with the Lamont listing, I knew it was gonna be a hot property. Once we started the showings, the calls and stuff started coming in, so we've been a little behind on things. We're having a quick snack my mom made, my Babcha's old apple pancakes. or her take on them. So I'm gonna have one of those. I'm just kind of heating it up right now. And then we got to get back to work a little bit before the kids get home and the madness starts. And then I'm going to need to do some stuff once I put the kids to bed this evening. I really need to work out. I've been a little bit slacking on that, I'll be honest. I'm still trying to figure out like a morning, nighttime routine. So we'll see. Maybe I can do some cardio while doing a little bit of work. I don't know yet, but that's the plan. We need to get some work done. I also would like to do some sort of workout or training session. And then I've been kind of back on an NCIS kick. So maybe watch one of those. We shall see. Things have been exciting. It's been a stressful, chaotic time, but also a fun time. I'm gonna look back one day and realize like this was a crazy time of raising kids, running a business, trying to pour blood, sweat, and tears into it. Not that I haven't been, but like really trying to take it to the next level for the people that I'm helping and also my family. So I don't know how this is coming across in the behind the scenes, because I don't have the capacity to show every single thing as much as I'd like to. But as much as I've been stressed at times, I also am trying to when I have like a moment of silence, just like take it in that this is like fun and exciting, and everything I signed up for, of not necessarily putting this same effort into, for example, like the old company that I worked for before I got into the real estate business. And I'm probably more stressed, working more, maybe not like with that was a more Monday through Friday, 9 to 5 call it, but I would come in early, I'd stay late. So maybe it's not quite that consistent, but now it's like weekends. There's some weeks where I don't have a day off, and I'm not like complaining by it, but I'm just like saying there's some weeks where maybe I'm 7 days a week. Maybe it's not full days, but anyway, I digress. I'm just saying it's been, when I take a step back, the chaos of all this is also fun and exciting, of like having little kids and trying to figure out my health and like a work schedule and be present with my wife. And I don't know, I'm rambling, but this is behind the scenes. I just want to show you kind of where I'm at. So my snack is done. I'm going to do that, and we got to jump back into the real estate headquarters here. Check it out. The rest of my desk is really messy at the moment. I'm trying to keep this clean. I have papers everywhere, which is exciting because there's a lot of kind of deals going on. So we got to get that cleaned up so that I can have a clean space. I realize my brain really needs like the clean space when I walk in. Otherwise, I feel way more cluttered. So that was a big ramble, but anyway. Good morning and happy Friday. Where are we at for the day? We're actually headed to Hyde Park. So I had a condo, I believe it was last year, and things didn't work out. Seller went a different direction. That also didn't work out, and I've known these people for a little while. They're great, no hard feelings, but we stayed in touch, and we're getting the listing back, and this time we are going to get it done. I am determined to get it done. So right now we are headed to the unit to get a few updated interior shots. I may do an updated marketing video and get a few final details, and then that listing should be live Monday. Then we are headed back to the office, possibly stopping at home, and we're gonna be at the office most of the day because we have a showing at 6 o'clock on the Lamont listing that I believe will probably be under contract this weekend. That's where we're at. I think I'm also gonna wrap up this behind the scenes episode today, and we'll kick off another one and get back to regularly scheduled postings. So let's get to Hyde Park. I'm not sure if you could see all these huge snow flurries, but we are almost back to the office. It took a little longer in Hyde Park than expected, but good appointment. We should be ready for that listing Monday. Now we are gonna stop for some food because I've been gone since 8 and did not do a good job about packing. So I think we're gonna stop for Rustic Need and then work in the office for the next couple hours before we have a showing at 6 o'clock. I am helping out another agent who is sick and cannot get anybody else to get her buyers into the Lamont house that I have listed on Cherokee. So I'm gonna be nice and show her buyers since it is in town. It's Friday night. There's only one other person here. We're getting a little bit more work done before our showing. I'm actually a little excited, so I need to get some things for my little office space here to, one, make it personal, and two, functional for what I need. Also, shout out to Megan for this sweet fancy pen. I did just order, not that it's like terribly dark right now, but the lighting in here, I did get some like under cabinet lighting. It's rechargeable magnet to put here just to get some extra lighting going down, and I think that will also be great if I do any filming in here for the light, but just for working and not being a little dark. I'm excited about that. I don't know why I'm excited about it, but I think it's cool. Thank you.
Good morning and happy Sunday. I forgot that today is daylight savings, so that's fun. Luckily, knock on wood, the girls are still sleeping. We met with a past client of mine to help them kind of figure out what they're going to do with a family member's home. So that was exciting, one, to see them, and two, to kind of plan, you know, and see where values are at, a strategy. It's not just as simple as, hey, I want to buy a house or we want to list a house. There's planning involved, which is, it was fun. So we have that to work on. And then we had a last minute showing come up, which then also turned into a meeting with a builder that was in the same town of Lamont. And then came home. Sam had some maid of honor duties, so we were with the kids, and then I also put some primer finally on the trim that's going on the cabinets. So hopefully I can get that painted within the next couple days. So right now we're working on a condo in Hyde Park for sale, and then also need to get some prep work done. And then we have another meeting with a potentially future seller, or just to, maybe it's just a good faith meeting. We'll see. I'm not sure where we're at, but we do have a meeting today. I'll tell you more about it later. And then we also have another last minute showing or two in Lamont. Okay, let's get to it.
Good morning. It is not morning anymore, but it is still Sunday. So we've had a slight change of plans for the day. The one meeting that we had to kind of help prep somebody doing some remodeling, that was moved, so we did not do that. We did take a family trip to Lowe's to check out some tile that management would like to make a change to, so we checked that out. And then I got a little bit of planning done while Sam took the girls for an outside kind of bike ride thing. Now we are headed to Lamont. We have one showing instead of two showings. The second showing was canceled because the prospective buyer is sick. So not sure what we're gonna do when we get back. There's still a little bit of work I wanna do. I'm not sure if I'm gonna try to put a coat of paint on the trim later. Maybe think about grilling since it is beautiful out. And that is Sunday.
Good morning. It is Monday morning, and we're gonna wrap up this vlog here. It's been a productive, I don't even know if I've been doing this for a week or two for this video, but it's been productive. We've had a few listings go live and also under contract. We've had a few things close out with the old brokerage and a few things coming up with the new one. I'm really excited about that. A lot of hard work has gone into this, but March may be one of the best months of my business, and I'm really excited about that. One, for the people that I've helped, and two, for the growth and what that means for like my family and also what I can do in the community. So I'm really excited. The very tough deal that we had to buy sell did officially close. I think I probably said that. I think I will somehow figure out how I can go into a little bit more detail with that, because that one really, one, the star of the show was my clients. They went through a lot, and the fact they never gave up or lost sight of what they were doing is commendable. And it also, too, tested my abilities and not only how to navigate
what's best for them and their emotions, but also the process to make sure that we are on track and don't get derailed. And if we got derailed, getting back on track. So anyway, I appreciate you checking out the behind the scenes series. I'd love to hear what you like, what you don't like, what you'd like to see more of. And as always, if you could please like and subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you in the next one. All right.